You know, the other day we solved one or two examples. Today I want to do the last example. Look at this question. If all in bracket a raised to the power of 4 close bracket raised to the power 2 times a raised to the power 5 all over a raised to the power 11 equals to a raised to power p. Find the value of p. Amen. Okay, let's write solution. Write the question. A raised to the power of 4 all in bracket raised to power 2 times a raised to the power of 5 all over a raised to the power of 11 equals to a raised to the power of p. Please take notes. You know how it is clear. It is not like this because some of you, most especially Malians, you can write this one this way. Some of you, this is A5, not A raised to powers of 5. Look at it very well. This and this, they are not the same thing. Is that clear? Likewise, this is not AP. I know some of you, Malians, you write it this way instead of A raised to the powers of P. Amen? Please take notes. Is that clear? Okay. So if you agree with me, this question is coming from indices. And when you look at it, we are going to use 3 laws to solve this question. The first law we will use here is power law. Is that clear? Power of a power. That is, if we have a raised to the powers of n, all in brackets, a raised to the power n, we refer this as power law. Why? Because we have power here, at the same time we have another power here. So this implies that you are going to use the 2 powers to multiply themselves. That is a raised to the powers of n times n. Then this will give you a raised to the powers of mn or nn, whichever one. Is that clear? So if you agree with me, we are going to apply power law here to open this bracket. So definitely here will be a raised to the powers of 4 times 2. Amen. Then what we have here times a raised to the powers of 5 all over a raised to the powers of 11, which is equals to a raised to the powers of what? P. Amen. Okay. So if you agree with me, we know that 4 times 2 will give us what? 8. A raised to the powers of 8 times a raised to the powers of 5 all over a raised to the powers of 11 equals to a raised to power p. Amen. Okay. So if you agree with me, we are done with power law. Now we want to look at the numerator, and you discover that the numerator will introduce multiplication law. Is that clear? So if you agree with me, multiplication law means that if the bases are the same, assuming we have a raised to the powers of n times a raised to power n, this implies that since the bases are the same, you add the powers n and n. So definitely it will give you what? A raised to the powers of n plus n. Is that clear? So that is what we want to do here. We just want to consider the numerator first. Is that clear? Okay. So if you agree with me, it implies that the numerator here will now be a raised to the powers of what? 8 plus 5 all over a raised to the powers of 11, which is equals to a raised to power p. Amen. Okay, so if you agree with me, we can now add 8 and 5. If we add 8 and 5, the left hand side, that is the numerator, will now be a raised to the powers of 13 all over a raised to power 11, which is equals to a raised to power p. Amen. Okay, before we start solving this problem, I told us that we are going to use 3 laws. 1, power law. Power law. 2, multiplication law. Multiplication law. And division law. Is that clear? So now we are done with power law, done with multiplication law. We want to look at division law. Is that clear? Okay. So now, at this point, note that in mathematics, if we have a all over b, note that this is the same thing as a divided by b. Is that clear? Do you understand? Okay. So if you agree with me, this is what we want to do here. Okay? So it implies that this is the same thing as a raised to power 13 divided by a raised to power 11, which is equals to a raised to power what? P. Okay? Now, the multiplication law means that if the bases are the same, you subtract the powers. Is that clear? So notice that we have a here, we have a here. It means we'll take one of the bases. That is a raised to the powers of 13 minus 11 equals to a raised to power what? P. Amen? Okay? So if you agree with me, 13 minus 11 will give you what? 2. Is that clear? 13 minus 11 will give you 2. So the left answer will now be a raised to power 2 equals to a raised to power p. Amen? So without loss of generality, you know that this and this will cancel. Then our 2 is equals to p. Therefore, our p is equals to 2. This is the final answer. And this is how to solve problems of this form. Any question? No question? Thank you.